sent was waiting by the morning light. I wrote a few familiar words and left them there that night. The city moved beyond the glass, the kettle hummed below. I held the page a little while, not knowing where to go. Some words arrive too late, some stay because they're true. The Monday letter I never sent still carries something warm, a quiet thought from long ago that somehow weathered every storm. I never found the right address, I never found the way. The Monday letter I never sent still waits for me today. The morning crossed the kitchen floor, the sunlight touched the chair. A passing bus went down the street and disappeared somewhere. I folded up the paper and placed it in the drawer. Some letters aren't for sending, they're for remembering more. Perhaps the things we leave unsaid are not always regret. Some words can live a quieter life long after they've been kept. The Monday letter I never sent still rests beneath the light. The ink has faded with the years, but the feeling still feels right. The city carries on outside, the morning fades away. The Monday letter I never sent still has a word to say. Kettle whispered softly while morning crossed the glass. A chair was pulled beside the table as another hour passed. The room was still and golden, the dishes caught the sun. Outside the street was waking and Monday had begun. I watched the shadows moving without a place to go. The light stayed on the kitchen floor long after morning came. It rested underneath the table like a quiet little flame. No hurry in the room that day, no reason to move on. The light stayed on the kitchen floor until the morning was gone. A newspaper lay unopened, the radio played low. A passing car went down the street. disappeared below. The sunlight reached the doorway and slowly changed its hue. The room became a little warmer as the hours wandered through. Some ordinary mornings leave more than they intend. A little light upon the floor, a moment without an end. The light stayed. Stayed on the kitchen floor until the day grew bright. It followed every quiet step and softened Monday's light. The city moved beyond the glass, the hours carried on. But somewhere in that little room, the morning lingered on. The morning light was on the table when I found the page again. A few unfinished lines were waiting, like they knew where I had been. I read them once, then read them slowly. Every sentence felt the same. There were things I never told you, things I couldn't say. The room was quiet around me, but the words were still alive. The words I left beside the window were never meant to disappear. They carried all the things I couldn't say when you were standing near. I watched the sunlight cross the paper and felt the old day come. The words I left beside the window still know where I came from. The city started moving. A bus went down the street. The kettle called from the kitchen, but I stayed in my seat. I folded up the paper and placed it where it lay. Some words don't need an answer to remain with us this way. Maybe time is not forgetting, maybe it is letting go, keeping only what was gentle from the things we used to know. The words I left beside the window is carried on, and those unfinished words remain long after you were gone. Fell across the floor. The quiet room was waking slow as Monday reached the door. The curtains moved so gently, the shadows slipped away. A little light on the first morning was all the day could give. A simple room, a peaceful breath, a quiet way to live. No need to chase the hours yet, no need to hurry through. A little light on the first morning made everything feel new. The kettle whispered softly, the window held the sky. A distant train went somewhere far and slowly faded by. Some mornings carry nothing, but still they leave a trace. A little light upon the floor, a little warmth in place. A little light on the first morning stayed until the day grew clear. The quiet slowly filled the room and made the week feel near. No grand beginning needed, no words we had to say. A little light on the first morning was enough to start the day. The light between the open curtains fell softly on the floor. A quiet morning found the room and waited by the door. The breeze moved through the silence. The sea was far below. The light between the the open curtains stayed longer than the day, softly touching wooden chairs before the blue turned gray. Nothing needed to be spoken, nothing needed to change. The light between the open curtains still feels warm and strange. A gentle piano filled the room, the old guitar stayed low. Beyond the window, distant waves moved slowly to and fro. Some mornings leave a feeling too quiet to explain. A little light across the floor, then everything feels changed. The light between the open curtains still waits inside that room. Whenever morning finds the sea, it brings a softer blue. The breeze still moves so slowly, the sunlight still remains. The light between the open curtains still warms the window pane. The morning came in quietly across the kitchen wall. The city made its usual sound, but nothing felt too small. A little sun found the window and rested on the chair. The kettle hung beside the sink, warm steam moved through the air. The hours had been waiting for somewhere soft to land. A day that learned to be gentle moved slowly through the light. It left a little room to breathe before it turned to night. The world was still the same outside. The streets were moving on, but somewhere in the middle of it, the hurried feeling was gone. The afternoon grew quieter, the shadows crossed the floor. A familiar song came through the room I'd almost heard before. The windows held the evening, the sky was turning pale, and all the little things I missed were waiting in the day. Perhaps a day grows kinder when we stop asking why and let the ordinary moments simply pass us by. A day that learned to be gentle stayed longer than I knew. It softened every hurried thought and let the daylight through. The city kept on moving, the evening carried on, but somewhere underneath that light crossed the kitchen and rested on the chair. The street was losing all its noise to quiet evening air. A cup was left beside the sink. The radio played low. The day had taken all it needed and now was letting go. The windows caught the fading light. The room grew soft and still. Before the evening became blue, there was a little gold, a final warmth upon the wall. A story almost told. The city slowly dimmed outside. The daylight slipped from view, and I stayed there a little while. Before the evening became blue. First lights came from windows across the narrow street. A passing car moved quietly along the evening street. The shadows reached the doorway. The sunlight left the floor, and all the things that felt so loud were quiet once more. Some endings don't feel lonely, they simply let things rest. A day can fade without regret and still have given its best. Before the evening became blue, the sky was soft and clear. The warmth of one ordinary day was still around me here. The city settled into night. The last light faded through, and I remembered how it felt before the evening became blue. The afternoon was fading across the wooden floor. Your coat was hanging by the doorway like it had been before. I found the cup you left behind, still resting by the chair. For just a moment in that room, it felt like you were there. The clock was moving quietly, but I was standing still. Before the light left the room, I wanted one more hour, one more word across the table, one more moment in the quiet. The shadows crossed the window, the evening waited outside. Before the light left the room, I held the day inside. began to darken, the windows turned to gray. A passing car moved slowly by and carried sound away. I didn't try to stop the evening, I only watched it change. The little things we left behind still felt somehow the same. Some endings don't arrive at once, they gather in the light. A room becomes a memory before it becomes night. Before the light left the room, I knew the day was through, but something warm remained behind. In everything we knew, the chair was still beside the window, the cup was still there too. Before the light left the room, a little state of you. The afternoon came through the door, left a little sun across the floor. I had nowhere else to be, so I let the day stay with me. Coffee cooling by the chair, a little breeze was moving there. I heard the traffic fade away and let the afternoon have its way. Let it go, let it roll, let the quiet fill the room. Take it slow, take it easy, there's no need to know too soon. Let it go, let it roll, let the sunlight find its place. I don't need another answer, I just need a little space. I walked down the familiar street, past the bakery on the corner seat. Someone laughed behind the glass, a bicycle went slowly past. I bought some bread and came back home, left the curtains halfway drawn. Nothing special, nothing new, still the whole day felt brand new. Let it go, let it roll, let the quiet fill the room. Take it slow, take it easy, there's no need to know too soon. Let it go, let it roll, let the sunlight find its place. I don't need another answer, I just need a little space. Maybe a good day doesn't ask for much, maybe it's enough to simply feel the sun. Let it go, let it roll, let the evening find the room. Take it slow, take it easy, there's no need to leave too soon. Let it go, let it roll, let the last light find its place. Nothing more is needed, just a little space. The afternoon had its way, and I let it stay. on the curtains, soft and pale across the room. The kettle whispered in the kitchen, while the sky was turning blue. A quiet street began to stir. A bus moved down the lane. The night was leaving little by little, like water after rain. Nothing had a name just yet. The hours were still unknown. The day slowly took its shape as sunlight crossed the floor. A little warmth beside the window, a little light beneath the door. The city found its rhythm, the morning found its place, and somewhere in the quiet room, the day slowly took its shape. A newspaper waited unopened beside a wooden chair. The first sounds filled the avenue and disappeared into the air. The curtains moved with passing wind, the shadows slipped away. The room became a little brighter with every breath of day. We don't always see the moment when a new day begins. Sometimes it arrives so quietly, we only notice when it ends. The day slowly took its shape and carried me along. The morning turned to afternoon like one familiar song. The world became a little louder, but something stayed the same. That gentle light from early on still warmed the rest of the day. The sunlight had moved across the table. The coffee had grown cold. The street was louder than before, and morning had grown old. I watched the shadows leave the room. One chair was in the light. The quiet hour I wanted back was disappearing from sight. I hadn't noticed time move on until it wasn't there. I could feel it now. quietly slipped away. The kettle had stopped humming, the curtains barely moved, a distant train crossed through the day with nothing left to prove. I opened up the window, the afternoon came through, the morning wasn't waiting there, but something of it grew. Some hours leave so gently, we never see them go, until we turn around one day and realize we know. The moment I knew the morning was gone, the sky was turning white. The city carried on below and took the day outside. I didn't try to bring it back, I let the silence stay. The moment I knew the morning was gone, I let the afternoon begin. I saw your name beside the window, written on an old piece of paper. The morning light came through the room, it made me think of yesterday. I held the phone for just a moment, listening to the quiet air. There were so many things to tell you, but I couldn't leave them there. The day was waiting at the doorway, but I stayed inside the thought. The sunlight crossed the table, and the moment slipped away. The morning I almost called you still comes back to me today. The kettle made its little sound, the street began to open, a bus went slowly past the window, while I watched the morning moving. I wondered if you felt it too, that strange familiar ache, the kind of thought that visits once, then quietly escapes. Maybe some words are meant to linger somewhere between then and now. Not every door we almost open needs to open somehow. The morning I almost called you still lies beneath the day. I never made that little call, but I remember anyway. The sunlight left the window. The city carried on, and somewhere in that quiet morning I knew the moment had gone. The window opened before Monday. The street was still and gray. A little light came through the room before the start of day. The curtains moved so softly. The quiet filled the air. The window opened before Monday and let the morning in. No need to rush, no need to run, no need to begin. A distant sound beyond the glass, a quiet world below. The window opened before Monday and let the silence flow. The kettle hung beside the sink. The floor was touched with gold. A passing car went down the street. The morning felt less cold. Some days arrive so gently, they barely leave a trace. Just one small room, one open sky, and time in its own place. The window opened before Monday. The daylight settled in. The quiet stayed a little while before the week could begin. Nothing more was needed there. No words were left to say. The window opened before Monday and softened Monday's day. The morning found the kitchen before the city stirred. A sheet of paper waited there with half a sentence heard. The The sunlight crossed the table and touched the folded page. Outside, the first cars passed along and slowly filled the day. There were words I could have written, but somehow stayed unsaid. A letter never sent on Monday lay quietly beside the light. No address upon the envelope, no reason left to write. Some thoughts are better carried than placed inside a line. A letter never sent on Monday still feels a little like mine. The kettle made its little sound, the clock moved through the room. I read the words one final time, then watched the morning bloom. The street became much busier, the sky grew clear and wide, but that quiet page remained there until the afternoon arrived. Perhaps some words are meant to stay where only we can hear. Not every feeling needs a voice to make it disappear. A letter never sent on Monday still rests inside my mind. Not because I wished for yesterday, but for the words I left behind. The city carried on outside. The afternoon moved through, and somewhere in that quiet page, a little morning stayed with you. Monday found the empty chair beside the window light. The morning rested on the wall, and everything was quiet. The curtains moved so slowly, the street began to wake. Monday found the empty chair and left it where it stood. A little warmth upon the seat made everything feel good. No one needed to be there, no story needed told. Monday found the empty chair till the light comes on. Monday found the empty chair, still waiting by the glass. The morning moved around it and let the hours pass. The street grew bright and busy. The quiet disappeared. Monday found the empty chair and left the light still there. The kettle whispered softly while morning crossed the glass. A chair was pulled beside the table as another hour passed. The room was still and golden. The dishes caught the sun. Outside the street was waking and Monday had begun. I watched the shadows moving without a place to go. The light stayed on the kitchen floor long after morning came. It rested underneath the table like a quiet little flame. No hurry in the room that day, no reason to move on. The light stayed on the kitchen floor until the morning was gone. A newspaper lay unopened. The radio played low. A passing car went down the street, then disappeared below. The sunlight reached the doorway and slowly changed its hue. The room became a little warmer as the hours wandered through. Some ordinary mornings leave more than they intend. A little light upon the floor, a moment without an end. The light stayed on the kitchen floor until the day grew bright. It followed every quiet step and softened Monday's light. The city moved beyond the glass, the hours carried on. But somewhere in that little room, the morning lingered on. The curtains held the morning a little longer than before. Soft shadows crossed the wooden floor and rested by the door. The kettle made a quiet sound. The street was waking slow. A distant bus went down the road where early workers go. The room was still and golden. The day had just begun. The sun came through at 7 and stayed a little while. It touched the chair beside the window and left a quiet smile. No need to chase the morning, no reason to be late. The sun came through at 7 and made the waiting sweet. A newspaper lay unopened beside a cooling cup. The city gathered all its sounds as daylight slowly grew. A little breeze came through the room and moved the curtain light. For just a moment Monday felt less heavy than the night. Some mornings give us nothing, but somehow that is enough. A little light across the floor can make the whole day soft. The sun came through at 7 and filled the room with gold. The quiet hours disappeared as Monday took its hold. But somewhere in the morning that gentle light remained. The sun came through at 7 and softened all the day. There it was beneath the drawer, a little worn and folded. The paper carried years of dust and words I still remembered. I held it in the morning light, and suddenly you were there. Not standing in the room with me, but somehow everywhere. I didn't need to read the words, I already knew the sound. The day I found your old letter, the room became so still. Every line I never answered came back against my will. I thought I'd left those years behind, I thought they'd lost their way. The day I found your old letter brought them back that day. The kettle kept on humming, the street went on below. A little sunlight crossed the page and made the old ink glow. I read the final sentence, then folded it again. Some memories don't ask to stay, they simply come back when. Maybe time was never meant to make the past disappear. Maybe it just teaches us to hold it without fear. the feeling wasn't gone. The rain had left the windows with little drops of light. The street was slowly waking from a quiet Sunday night. A coat was hanging by the doorway. The room was warm inside. And somewhere near the counter, a cup was steaming white. The clouds were moving eastward. The morning felt brand new. The corner table after the rain was waiting by the glass. The pavement held the silver sky. As people hurried past, a little sun came through the clouds and warmed the wooden grain. I sat there watching morning move at the corner table after the rain. The radio played softly a song from years ago. The chairs were still half empty. The coffee smelled so warm. Outside, the city gathered, its footsteps one by one. But inside that little corner, the day had just begun. Some mornings come with weather that changes everything. A little rain can leave behind a softer kind of spring. The corner table after the rain still stays inside my mind. Whenever streets are shining wet, that morning comes to mind. The clouds move on so slowly. The sunlight finds the pain. And I remember how it felt at the corner table after the rain. Monday found the empty chair beside the window light. The morning rested on the wall, and everything was quiet. The curtains moved so slowly. The street began to wake. Monday found the empty chair and left it where it stood. A little warmth upon the seat made everything feel good. No one needed to be there. No story needed told. Monday found the empty chair and let the morning unfold. The kettle whispered in the room. The first bus passed below. A patch of sunlight crossed the floor and slowly learned to go. Some things are left behind, not because they're gone. They simply wait in quiet rooms until the light comes on. Monday found the empty chair, still waiting by the glass. The morning moved around it and let the hours pass. The street grew bright and busy. The quiet disappeared. Monday found the empty chair and left the light still there. Rain was resting on the windows. Morning waited by the door. Someone pulled a coat around them and stepped softly to the street. The city had a quieter color. Clouds were hanging low and gray. A little warmth remained behind from the night before the day. And somewhere down the avenue, the first footsteps came and went. The sound of shoes on wet pavement moved gently through the rain. A lonely rhythm down the street, then disappeared again. No one seemed to hurry. No one seemed to know where the morning would be taking them, or where the quiet would go. A bus was waiting at the corner, its windows glowing pale. A woman carried folded flowers underneath a worn umbrella. for just a moment in that street. The whole world seemed to pass. Maybe every Monday morning has a softer side somewhere, hidden underneath the footsteps and the rain-cooled morning air. The sound of shoes on wet pavement still echoes in my mind. A simple rhythm from a morning that I almost left behind. The city slowly opened, the clouds began to part, and that quiet, rainy morning stayed somewhere inside my heart. A letter never sent on Monday was waiting underneath the light, folded beside the morning paper. From the quiet of the night, I wrote your name across the page, then stopped before the end. Some words were never meant to travel, some feelings never bend. The morning waited by the window, the city started slow. A letter never sent on Monday still carried what I couldn't say. Every line I left unfinished still remembers yesterday. I held it for a little while, then placed it back again. A letter never sent on Monday was all I had back then. The kettle hung beside me, the sunlight crossed the chair. A passing bus moved down the street and disappeared somewhere. I folded up the paper and left it where it lay. Some things don't need an answer to remain with us this way. Maybe words can stay much longer when they're never spoken through. Maybe some unfinished letters still know what they meant to you. A letter never sent on Monday still rests beside the light. The page is old, the ink is pale, but somehow still feels right. glass. The morning fades away. A letter never sent on Monday still has something left to say. The sunlight had moved across the table. The coffee had grown cold. The street was louder than before, and morning had grown old. I watched the shadows leave the room. One chair was in the light. The quiet hour I wanted back was disappearing from sight. I hadn't noticed time move on until it wasn't there. The moment I knew the morning was gone, the room felt different somehow. The light had changed, the air had changed, and I could feel it now. There was nothing left to hold it, nothing left to make it stay. The moment I knew the morning was gone, had quietly slipped away. The kettle had stopped humming, the curtains barely moved. A distant train crossed through the day with nothing left to prove. I opened up the window. The afternoon came through. The morning wasn't waiting there, but something of it grew. Some hours leave so gently, we never see them go, until we turn around one day and realize we know. The moment I knew the morning was gone, the sky was turning white. The city carried on below and took the day outside. Try to bring it back, I let the silence stay. The moment I knew the morning was gone, I let the afternoon begin.